right? So this is a mail merge activity. We haven't seen this in the new syllabus stated. This is from 2013, right? So when it comes to mail merge, what's the purpose of mail merge? It is to create personalized letters, personalized documents to a group of people. What is personalization there? That means it's a common letter, but there are certain areas that are customized according to the recipient, like the address, salutation, some of the internal data can be customized according to the recipient. So it's a very efficient way of producing personalized letters to a large group of people. What are the documents that are involved in mail merge? You need to have a template. First, you need to have a template, and then you need to have a database or a data source. This data source can be a database. It can be an Excel file, can be a TXT file, right? So whatever the data source that they give, you just need to select that. That's all. Nothing much, right? And then you merge the two documents, the template and the data source, and then it will produce individual letters for every record. Okay, since you are not printing, you will have to produce all these three documents, right? I mean, the first two will be given. You need to produce the third one, which is the merge letters. Okay, so here we have a letter. We have some contacts. First, we'll open the letter. Now, if they have given data files like this with different versions, 2003, 2010, like that, go for the latest version.
Latest one.
Yeah, otherwise there will be some issues. Go for the latest version. Now we extracted the latest version files and gave them, but don't know what British Council is going to do. If they give the everything, go for the latest. Okay, so this is the letter, the template. So first they need some kind of formatting in this. Insert the logo on the right hand side of the header. If they have given a house style, make sure that you follow the house style carefully. I think it's better, as I told you even before, it's better you take a notepad and type your details, your candidate number, center number, task number, your name, center name, everything in a notepad, so that you can copy and paste into the header or footer.
So you have to fill the center number, name, and stuff in every page.
Fill in the sense like you just put it into the header or footer as they have asked.
Oh.
Right?
Okay.
Then you'll be given a cover page. Okay, there'll be a cover page where you have to write these details on the paper, on the cover page. That also they will tell you how to do it. So for all the documents, enter your details. It's easy to enter if you have added it into a notepad. Then you can copy and paste. The other thing is, if there's a house style, you type the house style briefly in the notepad, so that you don't need to go back to the first page to check the house style. Right? Saving time is very important, right? Okay, so we need to add a logo here in the header on the top right. So what I can do is I can just double click on the header area, and then I can go to insert picture and select the logo that you have saved or you have been given. Let me take a sample one. Comes like this, and then reduce the size. Now, if you want to move it to the right, you can't do it because it's kind of locked. So you have to change the wrapping style to in front of text, and then take it, reduce the size again, right, and then double click on the middle of the document to exit the header and footer, to exit the header. Okay, what else? Inserting today's date in a suitable location. So the most suitable location is right here. Now check your answer, right? Check how you did it. You can give tomorrow's date. Current date, right? Just type it there. Formatting the subject line appropriately so that it stands out. Subject line is this. Okay, so you can bold it, italic, increase the font size, maybe underline even. That's how you enhance the subject line. Inserting the appropriate complementary clause. Complementary clause is the end, right, of the letter. That's why you put yours, faithfully or sincerely, like this. And then you had to keep some spaces for the signature. And then you had to write the name of the sender, right? So in this particular question, the sender's name was Jonathan Wild. And then you should type the job role. Job role is managing director. Managing director. That's how we do it. Okay, that's the complementary clause. Understand? Is that clear?
Yes.
Okay. Then inserting the name and the sender of the letter. That we did. Leave enough space for the signature. Okay, fine. Then basically we are ready to merge now. The sponsor's details are stored in the address table of the contact database. Add merge fields to the document that will replace the text in brackets with the appropriate information from the database, right? Okay, when you're merging, you can go to mailings. You can start mail merge wizard, or else you can even jump to the select recipients option straight away to save time. Whatever works for you, right? Depending on the time. Because basically the first 3 steps are like, nothing to do actually, just next. This is the most important step, right? So if you're going through select recipients, you can go to use an existing list. Okay, and then you have to select the database. So let me copy this thing. Select the database. If they are given an Excel file, select the Excel. If they are given a text file, select the text file. Okay. Once you have connected, now here there's no message or anything, right? That's the thing, right? You might think, okay, whether it was connected or not. If you went through the mail merge wizard, of course it would display after merging. So here it doesn't show. So how do you check? How do you check whether it was connected? You can go and select edit recipient list. Then you must see this table. That means it's connected properly. Another method is you can drop down insert merge field here, so that you should see the fields from the database table. Okay, right. Now what you do is you insert these merge fields, these actual merge fields, to this location, right? So I'm going to keep that red color instruction so that I won't miss out any information. First, they need the sponsor's name. So I'm going to insert merge field, select the title, space, first name, space, initial, space, last name. Then in the next line, I'm going to have the address, and you can see there are different parts of the address. Address 1, then I'm going to go to the next line, address 2, next line, postcode. Right, you have to speed up your work, right? This is the speed you should have. And then I'm going to delete this. Right, I got the name and the address. Then the salutation, dear sponsor name. Okay, again I'm going to get the first name space last name. Done. One more thing, that's this, the animal name. Don't forget that there's a dot or a full stop. Don't remove it. If you remove, type it and select animal name. Give the dot there. Okay, that's it. That's done. Let's change the color. Black. All right. So this is the template with the merge fields. Right. Earlier we were printing this, but now you don't need to print. You better save it with a proper name. So letter or template or whatever. Right. And now you are ready to complete the merge. How do you complete the merge? Before that, if you want, you can preview the results here. Right, just click on preview results and then go back and forth and check whether the records are merged properly, whether the records can be merged properly. And then once you're done checking, you can click on finish merge, right? And then select edit individual letters. Side I was talking about this. Right, once you have connected and inserted the merge fields, you can click on preview results, go back and forth to check the records, and then you can click on finish and merge, edit individual documents, all. Okay, simple. That will create the merge document. If you scroll down, you can see 3 letters are generated. So now you can save this as merged documents. So those are the 2 documents that you need to save. This is the template and this is the merged document. Easy. Okay, understood? Is that
Yes,
clear?
sir.
All right. Right. Okay, can you see the screen? Are you ready? Shall we discuss this? Afri, side?
Okay.
Okay. Afri, can you see?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. Side? Fine, huh?
Okay, sir.
Right. Gardening is a spreadsheet, and there are 2 worksheets in that, right? Clients and details. So first check whether those 2 are there. Clients and details. Fine. Task B1. Insert a new row at the top of the spreadsheet and enter the heading garden service sales for week 21. Right. So to add, that's in the details, right? Open the clients. So in the clients, you need to add a new row at the top. So you right click on the row heading 1 and select insert. Okay, that's how you insert a blank row. Then you add garden service sales for 21, week 21. Garden service sales. For week. Then merge cells A1 to J1. A1 to J1. Merge and center, that's here. Cell shading dark gray. Font size 18. Font color white. Enhancement italic. Okay, now if they wanted a serif font or a sans serif font, now sans serif is a font that does not have any pointing edges, so you can go for Calibri or Arial or anything, Verdana, anything, right? If it is serif font, you should go for something like times new Roman. So keep that in mind, right? Serif means there are pointing edges. Sans serif means there aren't any pointing edges in the text. So serif fonts are a bit difficult to read. Readability is not there, but the elegance is there. But sans serif fonts are easy to read. It's clear, right? Okay. Insert the footer, the text week 21 and an automated date. Okay, that's insert head and footer, go to footer, and week 21 followed by an automated date. Automated date is right here, current date. If you want time also, you can add time. They want date only, like that. That's an automated date. What is an automated date? When you open the document, it will update the date with the system date. So every time when you open, it is updated. So you can keep track of your work, right? Because you can find out like what? It's not the last updated date, by the way, but you can stamp the. Yeah, I mean, yeah. If you print it, it will be the last updated date. If you print the document, so it will keep on updating the date, right? The last modified, last open date. That's the importance of using the automated date, right? So that you don't need to enter the date manually every time. Okay, so once you finish, you click outside, and you are still in the head and footer view. So go down here, go to the bottom here, and click on the normal view. Right, that will take you to the normal view like this. Okay, that will exit the head and footer view. Okay, understand? Is that clear up to that point?
Yeah, sir.
Okay, so the next section is the functions at Formulae. Okay, you know, in the new syllabus, section B1B will always start with the VLOOKUP function, right? So use spreadsheet function to display the cost of the makeover. So why I told you like this is a bit different from the previous questions is the way they have asked us to use the VLOOKUP. Right now, all this time we saw like column wise, we had to fill column wise, but here it's just a single cell. We need to fill the cost for makeover size 2. If you look at the details where you have the lookup table, you can see size 2 is here, makeover 500. So here we need to fill 500, but not just typing. We had to use the lookup function. So can you guys tell me what is the matching field in both the tables? Now this is like the transaction table, and this is the lookup table. So what are we going to match? What is the matching field going to be?
Test.
What? Now in VLOOKUP there should be a field to match now. So what is the field that we are going to match here?
So again,
This is a bit confusing and a bit more standard than the
I mean,
normal.
is it the size?
Yeah, that's right. It's the size. Good. That's the size. Okay. So we take this size 2 and compare with these sizes. Then when we find the match, we bring the 500. Okay, that's the technique. So you have to do a bit of analysis before you start. Okay, this is tricky because you are filling only one cell. For makeover, there will be one cell, and for loan care, there will be one cell. In the previous activities, we had to copy it down to multiple cells. Okay, so we add the first VLOOKUP here. Insert. You know, if VLOOKUP wasn't there, type VL double O and go search. There are 4 parameters. First one is the lookup value, which is the comparing value. That is size 2. You're going to compare size 2 against what? That's table array. So click inside table array, go to details, select the whole lookup table like this. Okay, select the whole lookup table like this. And the moment you select the lookup table, press F4 on the keyboard, function key F4, to make it absolute. To make it absolute. Right? Actually, we don't really need to make it absolute because we are not going to copy the formula to multiple cells. It's just a single cell. But even if you make it absolute, it's okay, right? Because we are used to making it absolute now, so it's fine. Column index number is the number of the column where you want the values from. Starting with 1, this is column 1, this is 2, and this is 3, this is 4. So what should be the column index number for this? For makeover?
1. Oh no, 3, sir.
3, yeah, that's 3. Okay, right. Now, why do you use the 4th parameter? Why do you use the 4th parameter? The 4th parameter is used to get exact values, correct values, even if the lookup table is not sorted, right? The lookup table may not be sorted according to the matching field. If that is so, no problem in VLOOKUP if you put this last parameter. So what do you have to put for last parameter? Either 0 or false. Okay. With this,
So we can also type 0, no?
yeah, we can also type 0. Because of this, we don't mind whether it is sorted or not. Right? They might give unsorted records here. This one is already sorted. It's fine. But if it is not sorted, no problem if you put false there or 0.
Sir,
Yeah.
since it's just one value, sir,
Yeah.
what if we just type in the value? Do they still give marks?
Hey, come on, man. Use
Or
a
do they
spreadsheet
ask on
function.
VLOOKUP, sir?
Hey, use a
Ah.
spreadsheet function.
Okay.
Will
That's
they
all,
give
sir.
4 marks for you to type?
So I didn't see.
That's
Take your
ask to-
shortcuts.
That's the problem. You have to analyze the question, read the question. Okay. Now the second one, almost the same, right? Except the column index number will be different. Right? Fx, we lookup value is size 2 again, size 2 for this one. Table array is the whole lookup table. You don't really need to make it absolute because you're not going to copy for other cells. But if you want, just do it. Now the column index number is going to be changed. It's going to be what? What's the number now?
4.
4. And the last one 0 or 4. Simple. But always cross check. Size 2 for loan care is 72 and this is 500. Correct. Done. Okay. Easy. Enter formula to calculate the cost of hedge trimming, calculate the cost of cutting removal. Okay. Now this is again different. They have left these 2 cells out. That's why they have filled this color. It's left out. So it comes here. The values come here. Length in meters. Let's expand the columns. Just double click there, double click, expand. Okay. So this 24 is length in meters for hedge trimming. This is 24 for cutting disposal. Now, how do you calculate the cost? If you look at details, you can see they have given per meter cost. Okay, now you understand. Per meter for hedge trimming is 4. Then what about 24? You just multiply, right? Equals 24 multiplied by details per cost. Again, you think, do I have to make it absolute? No, because I'm not going to copy this formula to other cells. The absolute is used to lock the cell reference when you want to copy a formula to multiple cells. Okay, when you want to refer to the same cell or cell range throughout, when you're copying a formula to multiple cells, you can lock using absolute cell referencing. So the cell address will not be incremented. In this case, we don't need, because we are not going to copy it through multiple cells. Just enter 96. So 1 is 4, 24 is 96. Similarly here, 24 into details cutting disposal per meter, 1. Done, easy. Okay, now they need the cost of services, which means we need to add all these costs. So what's the function? How do you do it?
Sum function, sir.
Sum function. So you can use auto sum here. Auto sum by clicking on this icon here. Auto sum. Click on auto sum and then select the range. Select all the costs. All the costs like that. And then press enter. That's it. Right. Be careful when you're using auto sum. You better select the range manually, even though you use auto sum. Right. Advantage is that you don't need to type the function and you don't need to type the range even. You can just select. Tax amount. Okay, if you go to details, you can see they are taxing this total at 20%. So here tax amount means they want the tax, not the tax added price, is the tax they want. That is 20% from this total. So how do you get it? Equals, you take the total, multiply it by 20%. Where is 20%? It's right here. Again, the question is, do I have to make it absolute? No, because I'm not going to copy it to multiple cells. Just enter. Right? But even if you make it absolute, no problem, no worries. Okay. Understand up to that point?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Cost of service including tax. Okay. Now the tax has to be added to this. So equals total plus the tax. Fine. Now they are giving a discount on this final price. Total cost service including the discount. Right. The discount percentage is given as 15%. So this total should be after giving the discount. That means we have to first find the discount and then we have to deduct that discount from the total price. Okay, equals total, that's the total price. From the total, I have a minus total again into discount percentage. This, that's after giving the discount. So
we can just type that 830.4 into 85%.
Yeah, that's also correct.
Okay.
85%. Okay. No. That's correct. Okay. Wait, got stuck. I mean, technically it is correct, but when you apply it to this worksheet, it's wrong. Why is it wrong? Because they have stored 15% in another cell, right? Why would they do that? Right.
So we won't get the marks, no sir.
You won't get the marks. You know why? Because
Okay.
they have given 15% in another cell. Why do you do that? Why do you do that? If they want to change this later, they can simply, change it, right? But if you put 85%, you can't change, right? You have to go and change it manually. So that's not
Okay.
the proper application. So they want to see whether you are referring to this cell. So don't use 85%. If they have given it in a cell, just refer to the cell like this. Okay, so this part is where you calculate the discount and then you deduct that discount from the total, right? So total minus total into discount percentage, right? One more thing, if they haven't given percentage, if they have given like 15, just 15, remember when you're referring to the cell, right, you have to type percentage sign also. Okay, percentage also you have to type. If they haven't formatted into percentage, keep that in mind. Okay, right, done. All is done. Use one spreadsheet function in the discount column to display the total cost of services including the discount if the cost of services including the tax is more than 800. Oh, sorry, I did a mistake there. This should be based on an if condition. Right? If the total cost is more than 800, only we should do this, not for everything, right? Okay, see here. So we have to just put it into an if function. Insert if, okay, logical test. Cost of services including the tax. If it is greater than 800, don't get mixed up with greater than, less than symbols. If true, only we calculate that. What? Total minus total into 15%. You don't type 15% because it's given in a cell. That one, right? If false, they want 0 to appear in the cell. Sometimes they want you to add, keep it blank. Do you know how to keep it blank? If they wanted you to keep the cell blank, how do you keep it? I just going to leave it blank like this. How do you keep it blank? Yeah. Hello.
So you put false, right, in between.
No, if you just leave it blank like this and okay, instead of blank, false will appear. Okay.
So is it 0?
Now in this one, of course, they want 0, but what if they ask you to keep blank? Keep the cell blank. You have to put double quotes.
So open
Double
commas
quotes.
and close commas, right? Inverted commas. Speech
Yeah,
marks.
that's speech marks or double quotes, right? Just put double quotes. That will leave it blank. Not just this. This will put false into it. So put double quote. Okay. In this one, of course, they want it 0. So 0. Okay. So remember that comes based on an if condition, right? Not for every value, right? Okay. Currency values show currency symbol pounds with 2 decimal places. Format the worksheet. Okay. So all the costs, and then press control, and all these are boundary values, right? And then you can drop this symbol down and select pounds. It's accounting. You can keep it as accounting, or you can even select currency. That's fine, whatever you like, right? The total cost of services, including discount, is formatted to make it stand out from all the other monetary values, right? That's this one. You can increase the font and bold it, right? All data is visible. The row and column headings and page footer are displayed when printed. We are not printing now, but they want it in function or formula view. So how do you get it? You go to formulas, show formulas. Reduce the widths of these. Yeah.
So when you save the file, you'll be saving the spreadsheet as well in the answers, right? The whole thing.
Yes. But
So do examiners go through that files or do they just go through the screenshots?
no, you are sending the files now. So obviously they will go through the files.
So if you forget to screenshot it and save in a Word document, they'll correct the file.
That of course I don't know. you better follow the instructions. If they have asked you to take
Yeah,
this,
if they say to take a screenshot, you should take it.
yeah, don't miss any screenshots, right?
So screenshots can give marks. They give marks, right?
Yeah, of course, they give marks. And when you're taking the screenshot, I saw some students today, they were taking the whole screen. That's useless, okay? So don't use print screen, use the snipping tool, right? Use the snipping tool. Otherwise, it's, I mean, useless. The formulas appear very small. Always use the snipping tool and, new, select the area, and then you close without saving changes, and then go and paste directly. Okay, so remember to save the Excel files or these files in separate names as they are given. Yeah.
So only the Word documents we have to save as PDFs.
I saw some of the Word documents, not everything. Again, all the instructions are given.
Oh.
Everything is given. Right, you better mark these important points on the paper, right? Because you are getting the printed paper, right? So make sure that you increase the width of these so that you can see the formula clearly. You can even overlap these, doesn't matter. But since you are not printing, you can increase the width as you want, because no restriction on the number of pages. But the formula has to be seen clearly. That's very important. If you have done like this, you might lose marks. Okay, I don't know whether they would bother to expand and check, right? All right. Filter the details worksheet to show only the costs of size 2 gardens. Details worksheet. Right. When you're using a filter, you can click on one of the headings here. Just click on one of the headings here. Go to data and select filter. Okay. Then you have these drop downs. You're asked to select only size 2. So you can drop this down here, sizes, deselect everything and select only size 2. Okay. Gets filtered. Pretty easy. For the, like, if you want to remove the filter, you can clear the filter here. Let me show you another filter on numbers. Let's say I want the records to be filtered based on the loan care, and I want loan care more than or equal to 100. Right. So loan care number filters greater than or equal to 100. Simple. Again, go and clear the filter and switch the filter off. Right now, see, since here they wanted to filter this, but remember to click on one of the headings. Okay, click on one of the headings, filter, drop it down, deselect everything, select only size 2. Is that clear? That's filter, right?
Okay, sir.
Display only the data for the garden size reference on both cost columns. Okay, all right. Okay, that means they don't want size to be shown. What can you do? They will only hide it. Yes, just right click on the heading, column heading, and hide. If you want to get it back, highlight A to Z, sorry, A to Z, right click and unhide. Well, that's how you hide and unhide, right? Okay, finally, they want a chart. Medi wants you to create a suitable chart to display the garden size reference and their costs. Okay, so that is these values, right? But looks like she wants it for everything, right? All the values. So let's clear the filter, remove the filter. Okay, now you are going to select all these 3 because it's the size reference and the makeover loan case prices or the costs. So highlight everything, go to insert. Yeah, and then go for a column chart because you are going to compare the values. Column chart, right? Then when do we use other chart types? So the column chart is used for comparing the values. Line chart is used to show the progress over time. Then
The pie chart is
yeah,
used to show the share, right?
that's right. Pie chart is used to show the portion or the contribution of smaller values to a major value, like let's say the number of students belonging to different houses in your school. Then scattergram, there's something called scattergram. This one is used to show the distribution or the correlation between two values. Okay, that's scattergram. Right, this chart title has to be customized, so it is the cost of makeover and loan care. Right, so you can see you can enter like this: makeover versus loan case. Is the cost comparison. To make sure that you customize the title, right? Then you need to add the axis titles. Select the chart, go to add chart element, axis titles, primary horizontal, axis titles, primary vertical. Okay, so the horizontal will be size, vertical would be the cost. Simple. And they have asked you to copy this to a Word document. So if you copy it to a Word document, you need to increase the width of this. Just copy and paste and increase the width, and don't forget to increase the size of this text as well. If you are sending this to a new worksheet in the same document, right, then of course you can right click on this and select move chart. Right, move chart and select new sheet. Okay, comes like this, but remember to increase the sizes here. Right, any questions, any problems? All these text, right? Understand? Is that clear?
Yeah, sir.
Okay. If you are giving the header and footer for this one, your details, then you go to insert header and footer, and there you can click custom header or custom footer, and there you type your details. Again, if you have typed it in the notepad, you can just simply copy and paste. That's the advantage, right? You can save a lot of time. Right, that's the end of the spreadsheet. Oh no, not the end. One more thing I need to show you is sorting. If they ask you to sort, right, you select the whole table like this, select the whole table, and then you go to data, sort. Make sure my data has headers is selected. Drop down the column, cell values. Okay, if I want it in descending order, is it to A? There you go. The whole record moves up and down. That's sorting, right? Then they ask, state the result of using a length function on the contents of cell A1. Okay, even if you don't know what length function is, or if you haven't tried it out, I mean, you know the meaning, right, of length. Length is the like if it is for a text, of course, length would be the number of characters it has. So basically, this will measure the number of characters in that sentence in A1. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, including the space, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Understand? That's the len function, right? Is that clear? Len function. Okay, let's try len function here. It's in the formula view. So formula. Okay, that's info 32. Why is 32? Oh, this is a garden shed in meters. Different text. So it gives the length or the total number of characters in that sentence, right? Is that clear? Len function. After
Yeah, sir.
side.
Yes.
Okay. Describe the how.
Yes.
Yeah. Describe how the function product A4 to C4, comma 2 works. Okay. What do you mean by product? What happens in product? What is product? Product is another name for multiplication. Right. So here the advantage is this. Let's say you have a set of values. You can multiply all
So
these.
it allows you to multiply multiple values into one by one value.
Yeah. Like you don't need to multiply each number separately. You can multiply everything together like this. Equals product bracket, select everything. Okay, right? Now you can check this out like this. 1, okay, 2, 2, 2. Right? 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 is 16. That's correct. That's product. So what happens here is this will multiply all the values in cell from cell A4 to C4 and then multiply that again with 2. In other words, it will multiply values A4 to C4 and double the result. Right? So the advantage is that you don't need to multiply each and every value separately. Like in a calculator, you enter first value, then multiply, second value, multiply, like that. No? But here it's so advantageous because you select the whole list and the rest will be done by Excel. It will multiply every value together. That's product. Give one benefit of using functions in spreadsheets. Well, if you use functions like this, what happens? The formula becomes shorter and it's easy to use and it will be more accurate.
So faster and less time consuming?
Faster.
Faster means fast in what?
You can get the data fast,
Yeah, you can get the
So
result.
less time consuming? Time saving. So time saving.
Time saving. You can get the result quickly. Basically, focus on the length of the formula, right? It reduces the length of the formula greatly. And it's convenient because we don't have to select individual values to multiply. So always try to think logically, right? It's like this because of this, right? It's like that because of that. Think like that. Okay, that's the end of spreadsheet. Okay, the next one I want to take is the database question, 2021. This one, right? So I would like you to try this one. I will send you the files. Unfortunately, I don't have the 2010, the database question, I mean the database. So I'm going to send you this one, 2000. 3, yeah. This was done yesterday, so I'll delete this. Okay, I'm going to send this to you, and you are going to do the form, and you need to send me a screenshot, okay, of the form, this particular question. Right, can you quickly do it? I'll give you like 10 minutes. Do the form and send me a screenshot. Right, quickly. The data entry form. So how do you create the form? You go to create form wizard, services, select all the fields, next, give proper title, services, details, form or something. Okay. Right, so this is not enough. You can go to layout view, right? Go to layout view and watch this. You click on the first label and then press shift. While pressing shift, you click on the other text boxes and the labels like this, right there. Okay, and then that's while pressing shift, right? And then when you have that four-headed arrow, drag like that. Okay, let's make this also a center line. Form center line. Okay, and then the color should be light green. Click on this area and light green. Light green, no, light green. And then since this is not readable, the labels, let's click on the first one, and then while pressing the shift, let's click on the other labels and change the color to black. This also to black. Right, and then they want you to add the buttons. Let's go to design view, increase the form area, and add some buttons. Click on the button and click on the space. Go to the button wizard. Record navigation, go to previous, finish. Now the button, record navigation, next record, finish. Let's go for add new record. And I'm going for text, add new record text. Now the button, this time, record operations, save record, next, text, lastly, delete record, record operations, delete record, next, text as the caption, finish. Okay, once you got all the buttons, now it's time to resize. You're not going to do it individually, that's a waste of time. So what you do is you make a selection like this. You make a selection of all the buttons, and then you go to arrange and select tabular. Arrange, tabular. You select all the buttons, go to arrange and select tabular. Simple. And then using the four-headed arrow, move it to the center. Right. Okay, did you understand that part? Yeah. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Right. According to the house style, if they wanted you to add a logo, this is how you can do it. Right. Add the logo, just click in the header, in the corner of the header. And then in design, you have an option called logo. Click on logo and select picture. There you go. When you do that, automatically the logo is resized. But the problem is there's an extra space generated here. You can delete that. Just delete that so that you can move this freely within the form. And also it has automatically set it to size mode stretch. Otherwise, when you try to resize, it would get cropped. So this is so easy. Right? Again, let me show you the method. Click outside the header area. Click on logo right here. Then browse for the logo. Comes like this. Get rid of this extra space here. Just click that and delete. And then bring the logo to the desired place. And you can increase the height of that. Okay, that's how you put the logo. Now let's go and view the form. Perfect. Oh, include a date that update automatically. Right, how do you do that? You go to design view again. And can you see here we have an option called date and time. Select that. And if you want, you can include the time also, otherwise just date.
Sure.
Yeah.
So if it doesn't tell you where to add it, where do you add it? So in the header, the footer,
Yeah, that's the thing. No, they haven't asked, right? Yeah, it's up to you. I would prefer on the header, just as you have done. So untick include time, select the date, and okay. Remember, it comes here, right here. So you can take this to this side and change the alignment and reduce. Okay, you can see it's equals date function. View, there you go. They just want the date, right? Not the time. Updates automatically. Yeah, that's the form. Okay, is that clear?
yeah, sir.
We'll keep web authoring for tomorrow. Right?
Okay, sir.
Yesterday I had the class till 1 o'clock. For Visakians. Okay, you might get this this problem if you use older versions. So you can see that you can't close, but it actually goes there. It doesn't apply the formatics. Right, so if that happens, you better take the screenshot first before you stop. I mean, close the form, right? And here, don't forget to drop this down and select object type and all access objects. Okay, let's see the next question. We'll try to finish the database now. Another service must be added to the list of services offered, and you have to add it through the form, user service form, right? Okay, now I don't have the button, so I'm going to use this small control here. New record. Service ID is PL1. Service is planting. Service range is per hour. Aftercare advice is there, but not discount. Okay, then you can go forward and come backward and see whether your record is there. You can see it's there. Right. Understand this one? Yeah. Adding a record. Is that okay? Understood? Shamam, Said, Adnan?
Yeah, sir.
Yeah.
Okay. Next is to do a query. Mehdi wants a list of clients that are interested in paying by cash for weekly service. So it's very important you underline the important parts. I would underline these: paying by cash weekly, right? That's because those are the criteria. I need to find the criteria. Create a query on these three tables and select these fields and the ascending order. Okay, I go to create. Since it's a query, it's going to be query design. And as they have instructed, let's select all the three tables. Clients. Okay. Expand. Like that. Then show only the fields in this order: job ID, client ID, service ID. B is ordered in ascending order of service ID. Right, service ID is here, ascending order. Okay. B is ordered in ascending order of service ID. Okay, fine. But now I missed something. What is that? The criteria. What are the criteria? Clients that are interested in paying by cash. Where is that? Clients. If you look at the clients, you can see the payment method is cash. So it has to be the payment method, right? So take the payment method. This one, and that has to be cash.
So you put it in
Criteria.
this one, no? So
Criteria, right? Cash.
in speech marks, right, sir?
No, it will add automatically. You don't have to do it. Just say cash.
Oh, okay, sir.
Then I think one more criteria, that is cash for weekly services. Weekly services. Cash for weekly services, and that are charged by the hour. So what is that? Open the client's table and see where's the payment. That's the frequency of what? Service. paid by cash for weekly service. Weekly services that are charged by hour, right? Okay. So we need weekly service. Copy the value. We can even copy the value from the table. That will be frequency of service. And the same criteria field, because they want both the criteria to be satisfied, which means they should pay by cash. At the same time, they should be charged weekly. Okay, right. Then you can preview or you can run. There you go. All weekly cash. Right, but you can see that you have to select only these fields. Well, what you can do is you can hide these two and run. Got it?
Yeah, sir.
Guys, I feel really sleepy right now. How about you guys? Save the query as the query name, cash. So don't forget to save it as cash. Right. Would you mind doing the rest in the next class tomorrow?
So then tomorrow can you do serif and also?
Yes. I need to take serif definitely, because web authoring is can be predicted this time.
Web authoring is coming.
I don't know. You must be knowing.
So yours must be doing this, sir.
I don't know.
Are you sure about this, sir?
I predicted before the exam, right? Because in 2021 May it was there, not in November, so should be there this time. So we'll do web authoring and the rest of this database, right? Because there's more in the database we have to do. We'll do one more query, this one. Then we have to do the report now. When you want a list of clients who have chosen a particular service, right? First, go to create, query, design. Create a query on the clients table. So again, don't forget to highlight the important parts in this, right? That's very important. And then you can tick, you can cross check whether you have done each and every part. So it's on the clients table. Expand. So first get the table, then get the fields, client ID, payment method, surname. Be sorted in descending order of client ID. Descending order of client ID. Okay. First get that. Lastly, we can add criteria. Okay. Now to the criteria, right? What are the criteria? Include the clients who have chosen loan care service and makeover service. Now, if you open the clients table, you can see all those options are tick boxes or check boxes. So how do you get them? Loan care and makeover. If you run this, you can see we get loan care, makeover, both are deselected, both are selected. One is selected, the other one is not. We get various results, right? But according to the question, they want people who have chosen both, right? So what do you do as a criteria for loan care? You put true, right? And for this as well, for this also, you put true. Now, what it means is that both are under criteria. That means both loan can make over should be selected. Right? And I have told you, like, if you put one of these in the O section, that means O operator between the two. Right? But right now we need AND operator. Therefore, we need this under criteria. Okay, this and this. There you go. Both are true. Is that clear?
Yeah,
No.
sir.